John Anderson, a seasoned diplomat, sat in his office at the Galactic Federation headquarters, gazing out at the sprawling metropolis of New Terra. The city was a testament to human ingenuity, a bustling hub of interstellar commerce and culture. Yet despite its grandeur, John's mind was elsewhere, focused on the assignment that had just been handed to him. He had spent decades traversing the galaxy, mediating disputes and forging alliances. His reputation as a skilled negotiator and peacemaker was well earned. But this new mission was unlike any he had undertaken before. The distant planet of Xanthia, a world shrouded in mystery and renowned for its advanced technology and enigmatic culture, had extended an invitation to the Galactic Federation. They sought to establish formal diplomatic ties, a historic move that could reshape the balance of power in the galaxy. As John reviewed the briefing materials, he couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. Xanthia's unique societal structure and the prominence of its ruling queen and council intrigued him. The Xanthians were known for their intelligence, beauty, and a deep sense of honor. This mission would require not only his diplomatic skills, but also a profound understanding of their culture and values. His communicator chimed, breaking his reverie. It was a message from the Federation's High Council, wishing him luck and emphasizing the importance of the mission. John took a deep breath and replied with a brief acknowledgement. He knew the weight of responsibility that rested on his shoulders. With his preparations complete, John made his way to the Federation's shuttle bay. The sleek starship that would take him to Xanthia awaited him. As he boarded, he couldn't shake the feeling that this mission would change not only his life, but the fate of the galaxy. The starship exited hyperspace, and John got his first glimpse of Xanthia. The planet was a jewel in the void, its surface a tapestry of lush forests, sparkling oceans, and gleaming cities. As the ship descended, he marveled at the harmonious blend of nature and technology. The Xanthians had achieved a balance that many other civilizations struggled to attain. Upon landing, John was greeted by a delegation of Xanthian officials. They wore elegant garments adorned with intricate patterns, and their expressions were warm and welcoming. Leading them was Ambassador Lyra, a distinguished figure with striking features and an air of authority. "Welcome to Xanthia, Ambassador Anderson," Lyra said, extending a hand in greeting. "We are honored to have you here." John shook her hand, impressed by her poise and grace. "Thank you, Ambassador Lyra. I am honored to be here and look forward to our discussions." The delegation escorted John to a grand vehicle that glided effortlessly above the ground. As they traveled to the capital city, Lyra provided a brief overview of Xanthia's history and culture. John listened intently, absorbing every detail. The city of Zephyrian was a marvel of architectural brilliance. Towering spires of crystal and metal reached for the sky, interconnected by graceful bridges and walkways. The streets were alive with activity, as Xanthians went about their daily lives with a sense of purpose and harmony. John was taken to the royal palace, an awe-inspiring structure that seemed to float above a serene lake. The palace was a testament to Xanthian craftsmanship, with its shimmering walls and intricate carvings. As he entered the grand hall, he felt a sense of reverence and anticipation. Queen Zephyra awaited him, seated on a throne of crystal and light. She was an ethereal presence, her beauty and intelligence radiating from her. Beside her stood the council members, each one unique and equally impressive. Ambassador Anderson, Queen Zephyra greeted him, her voice melodic and commanding. "We welcome you to Xanthia and look forward to a future of collaboration and unity." John bowed respectfully. "Your Majesty, it is an honor to be here. I am committed to building a strong and lasting relationship between our peoples." The Queen's eyes sparkled with approval. "We have much to discuss, Ambassador. Let us begin our journey toward a brighter future." As John took his place among the Xanthian leaders, he couldn't help but feel that this was the beginning of something extraordinary. The path ahead was uncertain, but he was ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lay before him. John immersed himself in Xanthian culture, determined to understand the intricacies that defined this remarkable society. He spent hours studying their history, art, and philosophy, guided by knowledgeable scholars and cultural ambassadors. One of his first lessons was in the Xanthian concept of harmony. Unlike many human societies, Xanthia prioritized balance in all aspects of life. Their cities were designed to coexist with nature, and their technology was developed with sustainability in mind. John marveled at the seamless integration of advanced machinery and organic elements. He visited the Great Library of Zephyrion, a vast repository of knowledge housed within a crystalline structure. The library's curators, a group of wise and scholarly Xanthians, introduced him to ancient texts and contemporary works that offered insights into Xanthian thought and values. John also attended various cultural events, including music and dance performances that showcased the Xanthians' artistic prowess. He was particularly captivated by the Dance of the Stars, a mesmerizing performance that depicted the creation of the universe through graceful movements and ethereal music. As John delved deeper into Xanthian society, he began to build meaningful connections with its people. He formed a close friendship with Ambassador Lyra, who became his primary guide and confidant. Through their conversations, he gained a deeper understanding of the challenges and aspirations of the Xanthian people. One of the most profound experiences for John was a visit to the Temple of Unity, a sacred place where Xanthians gathered to meditate and reflect on their interconnectedness. The temple was a serene sanctuary, with tranquil gardens and flowing water. John participated in a meditation session, guided by a revered spiritual leader. The experience left him with a profound sense of peace and clarity. Throughout his journey, John faced the challenge of bridging cultural differences and building trust. He encountered moments of skepticism and resistance, particularly from those who questioned the motives of the Galactic Federation. However, his sincerity and dedication gradually won over many of his detractors. In a significant diplomatic meeting, John presented his vision for a partnership between Xanthia and the Galactic Federation. He emphasized the potential for mutual growth and prosperity, highlighting the shared values and goals of their civilizations. The Queen and her council listened intently, their expressions thoughtful and contemplative. Queen Zephyra spoke after a moment of silence. "Ambassador Anderson, your words resonate with the principles we hold dear. We see the potential for a future of collaboration and unity. However, true trust and partnership require more than words. We must find a deeper connection, one that transcends political agreements." Her words intrigued John, and he sensed that a pivotal moment was approaching. The Queen and her council were not just seeking a diplomatic alliance. They were looking for a profound and enduring bond that would unite their people. As the meeting concluded, John felt a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that the path to unity would be challenging, but he was determined to forge a legacy of peace and understanding. The journey had only just begun, and he was ready to embrace the unknown. Days turned into weeks, and John's presence on Xanthia became a familiar and respected one. He continued to engage in discussions and negotiations, steadily building the foundation for a strong alliance. However, he could not shake the feeling that there was something more profound yet to be revealed. One evening, John received an invitation to a private audience with Queen Zephyra and her council. The message was formal yet warm, hinting at an important discussion. Intrigued, he made his way to the palace, wondering what awaited him. The Queen's private chamber was a serene and opulent space, adorned with delicate tapestries and glowing crystals. The atmosphere was calm and inviting, a stark contrast to the grand hall where formal meetings were held. Queen Zephyra and her council members were gathered, their expressions serious but welcoming. "Ambassador Anderson," Queen Zephyra began, her tone gentle yet resolute, "we have been greatly impressed by your dedication and understanding. Your efforts to bridge our cultures and foster mutual respect have not gone unnoticed." John bowed his head in acknowledgement. "Thank you, Your Majesty. It has been an honor to learn from and work with your people." The Queen exchanged a glance with her council members before continuing. "In our discussions, we have come to a consensus that true unity requires more than just political agreements. It demands a symbolic act of trust and integration that will resonate across generations." John listened intently, his curiosity piqued. Queen Zephyra took a deep breath and spoke with a solemn grace. "We have decided to extend to you a proposition that holds great significance for our people. We ask that you, Ambassador John Anderson, father the future leaders of Xanthia." The weight of her words settled over the room, and John felt a surge of emotions. The proposition was both extraordinary and daunting. He understood the profound implications of such a request. It was not just about diplomacy. It was about forging a bond that would unite their civilizations at the most fundamental level. "I am deeply honored by your proposition, Your Majesty," John replied, his voice steady despite the whirlwind of thoughts in his mind. "This is a decision of immense significance. May I ask for some time to consider it?" Queen Zephyra nodded, her expression understanding. "Of course, Ambassador, we recognize the magnitude of our request and respect your need for contemplation." John spent the following days in deep reflection. He sought counsel from those he trusted, including Ambassador Lyra, who provided valuable insights into the cultural and spiritual importance of the proposition. He also communicated with the Galactic Federation, ensuring they understood the gravity of the situation. Ultimately, John realized that the opportunity to create a lasting legacy of peace and unity outweighed his personal apprehensions. He understood that by accepting the proposition, he would be taking a monumental step toward a brighter future for both Xanthia and the Galactic Federation. With a renewed sense of purpose, John met with Queen Zephyra and her council once more. "Your Majesty, after much contemplation, I accept your proposition. I am committed to fostering a future of unity and peace for our people." Queen Zephyra's eyes shone with gratitude and approval. "Thank you, Ambassador Anderson. Your decision marks the beginning of a new era for Xanthia and the galaxy. Together we shall build a legacy that endures." The path ahead was filled with uncertainty and challenge, but John was ready to embrace it with unwavering determination. He knew that the journey would test his resolve and resilience, but he was driven by the vision of a united galaxy, one where trust and understanding transcended boundaries. The day of the ceremonial union dawned with a sense of anticipation and solemnity. The entire planet seemed to hold its breath, aware of the historic significance of the event. The grand hall of the royal palace was transformed into a sacred space, adorned with flowers, crystals, and symbols of unity. John stood at the entrance, dressed in ceremonial robes that symbolized his new role. The weight of the moment was palpable, but he felt a deep sense of resolve. This was not just a personal commitment, it was a pledge to the future of Xanthia and the galaxy. Queen Zephyra and her council members, equally resplendent in their ceremonial attire, awaited him at the center of the hall. The air was filled with the gentle hum of Xanthian music, a melody that seemed to echo the harmony and unity they sought to achieve. The ceremony began with a series of rituals that highlighted the spiritual and cultural significance of the union. Sacred words were spoken, and symbolic gestures were made, each one carrying a profound meaning. John participated with reverence, guided by the wisdom and grace of the Xanthian leaders. At the heart of the ceremony, Queen Zephyra addressed the gathered assembly. "Today we stand at the threshold of a new era. Through this union, we affirm our commitment to peace, unity, and mutual respect. Let this bond be a testament to our shared values and aspirations." John stepped forward, his voice steady and resolute. "I am honored to join with Queen Zephyra and her council in this sacred commitment. Together, we shall build a future where our peoples thrive in harmony and understanding." The culmination of the ceremony was marked by the exchange of tokens, each one representing a promise and a pledge. John received a crystal pendant, a symbol of Xanthia's trust and hope. In return, he presented a pendant of his own, crafted from a rare metal found only on Earth, symbolizing his dedication and loyalty. As the ceremony concluded, a sense of unity and purpose filled the hall. The Xanthian people, witnessing this historic moment, felt a renewed sense of hope and possibility. John could see the impact of the union in their eyes, a reflection of the profound connection they had forged. The immediate effects of the union were felt throughout Xanthia and beyond. Messages of support and congratulations poured in from various planets and civilizations, recognizing the significance of the alliance. The Galactic Federation issued a formal statement, applauding the commitment to peace and unity. John's role as a father to the future leaders of Xanthia began with a sense of wonder and responsibility. The children, born from this union, were a unique blend of Xanthian and human heritage. Their upbringing and education became a top priority, with efforts to combine the best of both cultures. John faced numerous challenges as he navigated his dual responsibilities as a diplomat and a father. He worked closely with Queen Zephyra and her council, ensuring that the children received a balanced education that emphasized leadership, empathy, and wisdom. As the children grew, John developed strong bonds with them, guiding them through the complexities of their heritage and responsibilities. He saw in them the potential to lead Xanthia and the galaxy toward a future of harmony and understanding. The journey of parenthood was both rewarding and demanding. John found joy in the moments of connection and learning, but he also faced the weight of expectations and the need to balance his duties. Through it all, he remained committed to the vision of a united and prosperous galaxy. The ceremonial union had set the stage for a future filled with promise and possibility. As John looked to the horizon, he knew that the path ahead would be challenging, but he was ready to face it with unwavering determination and hope. Together with Queen Zephyra and their children, he would build a legacy that endured for generations. Raising the future leaders of Xanthia was a journey filled with unique challenges and profound rewards. John embraced his role as a father with a sense of dedication and purpose, understanding the immense responsibility he carried. The children, a blend of Xanthian and human heritage, were a symbol of the union between their peoples, and their upbringing was of paramount importance. The early stages of parenthood were marked by a deep sense of wonder and discovery. John marveled at the children's intelligence and curiosity, traits that were a testament to their exceptional lineage. He and Queen Zephyra worked closely to provide a nurturing and stimulating environment, combining the best of Xanthian and human education. The children's education was a carefully crafted blend of both cultures. They were taught Xanthian philosophy, science, and arts, as well as human history, literature, and technology. This holistic approach aimed to equip them with the knowledge and skills needed to navigate the complexities of their heritage and future responsibilities. John found joy in the simple moments of connection and learning. He took the children on excursions to explore the natural wonders of Xanthia, teaching them about the planet's diverse ecosystems and the importance of harmony with nature. These experiences fostered a deep appreciation for their home planet and instilled a sense of stewardship. At the same time, John faced the challenges of balancing his diplomatic duties with his responsibilities as a father. The demands of his role as an ambassador required frequent travel and long hours of negotiation, which often took him away from his family. He relied on the support of Queen Zephyra and the council to ensure that the children's needs were met in his absence. The children, in turn, grew to understand the significance of their father's work. They accompanied him to diplomatic meetings and observed the art of negotiation and diplomacy firsthand. These experiences were invaluable, providing them with practical lessons in leadership and the complexities of interstellar relations. As the children matured, their unique abilities and potential became increasingly evident. Each one exhibited a distinct combination of Xanthian and human traits, making them well-suited to lead in a diverse and interconnected galaxy. John and Queen Zephyra took great care to nurture their individual strengths and guide them toward their future roles. One of the most significant challenges John faced was addressing the expectations and scrutiny from both Xanthia and the Galactic Federation. The children were seen as symbols of the Alliance, and their actions and decisions carried great weight. John worked tirelessly to protect their privacy and ensure that they were not burdened by undue pressure. Despite these challenges, the journey of parenthood was deeply rewarding. John took pride in the children's growth and achievements, seeing in them the promise of a brighter future. He cherished the moments of laughter, learning, and love that defined their family life. The bond between John and Queen Zephyra deepened as they navigated the complexities of parenthood together. Their partnership was built on mutual respect, understanding, and a shared vision for the future. They supported each other through the challenges and celebrated the joys, united in their commitment to their children and their people. As the children approached adulthood, John felt a sense of fulfillment and hope. He knew that they were well prepared to take on the mantle of leadership and continue the work of building a united and prosperous galaxy. The journey of parenthood had been a profound and transformative experience, one that had shaped him in ways he could never have imagined. With the foundation laid and the future leaders ready to step forward, John looked to the horizon with a renewed sense of purpose. The legacy of peace and unity he had helped to create would endure, carried forward by the next generation. The journey was far from over, but John was confident that the path ahead was filled with promise and possibility. As the new era of unity and collaboration began to take shape, emerging threats loomed on the horizon. Both internal and external forces posed significant challenges to the fragile peace that had been established. John and Queen Zephyra, along with their council and the future leaders, faced these threats with determination and strategic acumen. Within Xanthia, political factions that had opposed the alliance from the start grew more vocal and influential. These factions, comprised of traditionalists and isolationists, feared that the blending of cultures and the influence of the Galactic Federation would erode Xanthian identity and autonomy. Their rhetoric fueled dissent and division, creating a volatile political landscape. John and Queen Zephyra worked tirelessly to address the concerns of these factions. They engaged in open dialogues, seeking to understand the fears and grievances of their opponents. Through a series of town hall meetings and public forums, they communicated the benefits of the alliance and the vision of a united future. Despite their efforts, the factions remained a formidable challenge, requiring constant vigilance and diplomacy. Externally, other planets and civilizations watched the growing alliance with a mix of interest and apprehension. While many supported the vision of unity and cooperation, others saw it as a threat to their own power and influence. Some sought to undermine the alliance through political maneuvering and covert operations, aiming to destabilize the newly established peace. One of the most significant external threats came from the Draconians, a powerful and expansionist civilization with a history of aggression. The Draconians viewed the alliance between Xanthia and the Galactic Federation as a direct challenge to their dominance in the region. They began to orchestrate a series of provocations and incursions, testing the resolve and unity of the alliance. John and the Xanthian leaders recognized the need for a coordinated response to these threats. They convened a summit of allied planets, seeking to strengthen their collective security and establish a united front against external aggression. The summit brought together leaders from various civilizations, each with their own perspectives and interests. The discussions were intense and, at times, contentious. John played a crucial role in mediating the debates, leveraging his diplomatic skills to build consensus and foster cooperation. He emphasized the shared values and mutual benefits of the alliance, urging the leaders to stand together in the face of common threats. Queen Zephyra and the future leaders also played key roles in the summit, demonstrating their commitment and capability. The children's presence symbolized the future of the alliance, inspiring hope and confidence among the delegates. Their participation underscored the importance of the next generation in shaping the future of the galaxy. Despite the challenges, the summit resulted in a series of agreements and initiatives aimed at enhancing security and cooperation. The allied planets pledged to support each other in times of crisis and to work together to address common threats. This show of solidarity sent a clear message to potential adversaries. The alliance was strong and resilient. However, the true test came when the Draconians launched a major offensive, targeting strategic locations on Xanthia and allied planets. The coordinated attacks were designed to create chaos and weaken the alliance. John, Queen Zephyra, and their allies responded swiftly and decisively, mobilizing their forces and coordinating their defenses. The conflict was intense and brutal, with both sides suffering significant losses. John found himself on the front lines, not only as a diplomat, but also as a leader in times of war. He relied on the support of Queen Zephyra, the council, and the future leaders, who demonstrated remarkable courage and resilience. In the midst of the conflict, John and his allies worked tirelessly to maintain the morale and unity of their forces. They communicated regularly with their people, providing updates and reassurances. They also engaged in behind-the-scenes diplomacy, seeking to isolate the Draconians and rally additional support. The turning point came when a decisive battle resulted in a significant victory for the Alliance. The Draconians were forced to retreat, their ambitions thwarted. The victory was a testament to the strength and resolve of the Alliance, as well as the leadership of John, Queen Zephyra, and the future leaders. With the immediate threat neutralized, the focus shifted to rebuilding and strengthening the Alliance. The conflict had revealed vulnerabilities and areas for improvement, prompting a renewed commitment to cooperation and mutual support. John and Queen Zephyra worked to address the underlying issues and ensure that the Alliance remained robust and resilient. The experience of facing and overcoming these threats had a profound impact on John and the Xanthian leaders. They emerged from the conflict with a deeper understanding of the challenges they faced and a renewed determination to protect and advance the vision of unity and peace. As they looked to the future, they knew that the journey was far from over. The threats to peace would continue to evolve, requiring constant vigilance and adaptability. However, they were confident in their ability to face these challenges together, guided by the principles of trust, understanding, and cooperation. The aftermath of the conflict with the Draconians brought a period of reflection and renewal. The Alliance, now stronger and more united than ever, began to focus on the future. John, Queen Zephyra, and the future leaders played pivotal roles in shaping the direction of this new era. The first priority was to rebuild and strengthen the bonds between the allied planets. John spearheaded a series of initiatives aimed at fostering greater cooperation and understanding. These included cultural exchange programs, joint scientific and technological projects, and economic partnerships. The goal was to create a web of interconnected interests that would promote stability and prosperity. One of the most successful initiatives was the establishment of the Intergalactic Academy, a center of learning and innovation where the brightest minds from across the galaxy could come together to share knowledge and collaborate on solving common challenges. The Academy became a symbol of the Alliance's commitment to progress and unity. The future leaders, now stepping into their roles with confidence and determination, were at the forefront of these efforts. They brought fresh perspectives and innovative ideas, driving the Alliance forward. Their unique heritage, combining the strengths of Xanthian and human cultures, positioned them as ideal leaders for this new era. John continued to serve as a mentor and advisor, guiding the future leaders and helping them navigate the complexities of interstellar diplomacy. He took pride in their achievements and was inspired by their vision and dedication. The bond he shared with them, forged through years of shared experiences and challenges, was unbreakable. Queen Zephyra, too, embraced her role as a leader and mentor. Her wisdom and grace were instrumental in maintaining the harmony and balance that were the hallmarks of Xanthian society. Together with John, she fostered a sense of unity and purpose that resonated throughout the galaxy. The Alliance's efforts were not without challenges. Political factions and external threats continued to pose risks, requiring constant vigilance and diplomacy. However, the foundation of trust and cooperation that had been established provided a strong bulwark against these challenges. One of the most significant achievements of this new era was the signing of the Galactic Concord, a comprehensive treaty that formalized the principles of the Alliance and established mechanisms for conflict resolution and collective security. The treaty was a landmark document, reflecting the shared values and aspirations of the allied planets. The signing ceremony, held in the Grand Hall of the Royal Palace on Xanthia, was a momentous occasion. Leaders from across the galaxy gathered to witness the historic event, their presence a testament to the significance of the Alliance. John and Queen Zephyra, along with the future leaders, were at the center of the proceedings, their faces reflecting a mixture of pride and solemnity. As John put his signature on the treaty, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The journey had been long and challenging, but the vision of a united and prosperous galaxy was now within reach. The Galactic Concord was more than just a treaty. It was a symbol of hope and a promise of a brighter future. The impact of the Alliance and the Galactic Concord was felt across the galaxy. Trade and communication flourished, scientific and technological advancements accelerated, and cultural exchanges enriched the lives of countless beings. The spirit of cooperation and mutual respect became a guiding principle for interstellar relations. John, now an elder statesman and revered figure, continued to play a vital role in nurturing and guiding the Alliance. His legacy was secure, not just in the treaties and institutions he had helped to create, but in the hearts and minds of the people who had been inspired by his vision and leadership. Queen Zephyra, too, left an indelible mark on the galaxy. Her wisdom and compassion were celebrated, and her leadership was a beacon of hope and inspiration. Together with John, she had forged a legacy of unity and peace that would endure for generations. The future leaders, carrying the torch of this legacy, led with integrity and vision. They embraced the challenges and opportunities of their roles, guided by the principles of trust, understanding, and cooperation. Under their leadership, the Alliance continued to thrive and evolve, adapting to the changing dynamics of the galaxy. As John looked to the horizon, he felt a deep sense of satisfaction and hope. The journey had been filled with trials and triumphs, but the vision of a united galaxy was now a reality. The legacy of the Galactic Ambassador was secure, a testament to the power of diplomacy, unity, and understanding. Years had passed since the signing of the Galactic Concord, and the galaxy had entered an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. The Alliance, now a thriving and dynamic entity, had become a model of cooperation and mutual respect. John, in his twilight years, reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. He sat in a quiet garden on Xanthia, surrounded by the vibrant flora and serene beauty that had become so familiar to him. The garden was a place of reflection and contemplation, a sanctuary where he could find peace and clarity. As he gazed at the sky, filled with the twinkling lights of distant stars, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The future leaders, now seasoned and respected figures in their own right, continued to guide the Alliance with wisdom and vision. They had built upon the foundation laid by John and Queen Zephyra, leading their people toward a future of unity and progress. Their achievements were a testament to the strength of their heritage and the values instilled in them. Queen Zephyra, ever graceful and wise, remained a beloved leader and mentor. Her presence was a source of inspiration and guidance. Her legacy intertwined with the fabric of Xanthian society. Together with John, she had created a lasting bond that transcended time and space. John's thoughts turned to the countless individuals who had contributed to the journey. The diplomats, leaders, and citizens who had embraced the vision of unity and worked tirelessly to make it a reality. Their collective efforts had transformed the galaxy, creating a legacy that would endure for generations. As he sat in the garden, John felt a gentle hand on his shoulder. It was one of the future leaders, now an adult and a respected figure. They smiled warmly at him, their eyes filled with gratitude and respect. "Ambassador Anderson," they said, "your legacy is a guiding light for us all. We are forever grateful for your vision and leadership." John nodded, his heart swelling with pride and emotion. "The legacy belongs to all of us," he replied. "Together we have created something truly extraordinary. The future is in your hands now, and I have every confidence in your ability to lead with wisdom and integrity." The leader smiled and bowed their head in acknowledgement. "Thank you, Ambassador. We will continue to honor your legacy and strive for a future of peace and unity." As the leader departed, John felt a sense of closure and contentment. The journey had been long and filled with challenges, but the vision of a united galaxy had become a reality. The legacy of the Galactic Ambassador was secure, a testament to the power of diplomacy, understanding, and cooperation. In the quiet serenity of the garden, surrounded by the beauty of Xanthia, John found peace. He knew that the future was bright, filled with promise and possibility. The seeds of unity and trust that had been sown would continue to grow, nurturing a galaxy where diverse cultures and civilizations thrived in harmony. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit at peace, John closed his eyes and let the gentle breeze of Xanthia lull him into a restful slumber. The legacy of the Galactic Ambassador would endure, carried forward by the next generation and inspiring countless others to build a future of unity and peace. And so, the story of John Anderson, the human ambassador who bridged the gap between worlds and created a legacy of peace, came to a close. His journey had touched the hearts and minds of many, leaving an indelible mark on the galaxy. The vision of a united galaxy, built on trust and understanding, would continue to shine brightly, a beacon of hope for generations to come.